Right, good evening, Shiplake. Welcome back to the Viking Arms. So we had about 50 of you banging on the door to get in. So let us know who you are. Let's see who we've got first up to the bar. We've already got actually sort of just over 40 of you have come in. So it's a bit of a scrum to get to the first orders. I hope you've all had a really good week. We'll just sort of say a few hellos whilst we're waiting for people to join us. We've got a couple of minutes before we begin. So we've got the Tom Craven, welcome back, and family. The Humphreys, the Mullet Gang are here. The Emmets are first up. The Ashes, you're back. Good. We've had so much positive feedback from you lot. Honestly, I'm not surprised you're the first ones in. I'm really glad you're still enjoying it after how many weeks of lockdown. I think my face is starting to show signs of wear and tear here. Right, where are we at? So we've got the Hunts are with us. Sorry, the Humphreys are here. The Slovakovskis are here. The Coltus family are here, which includes Freddie and Louisa. So hello to you. The Bernardos, you're back. The Scotts are here. The Kellets, the Blomfields, the McPhees are back. Thank God the McPhees are here. It just makes me feel a little bit more grounded knowing that you're there, Tracy and Sandy and all the boys. Powell family, Ralph Burrows, you're back. Thank you. Angie, my sister Angie, is in the bar. Not surprised there, Ange. The Bays are here. The Coles are here. Special shout out to Lara Coles from the Shiplake Stars. The Revs Holy Trinity are back. The PGs, you have to remind me of the Palmer Garretts. That's who the PGs are. So welcome to you. Scotch Brooks are back. Thank you very much for your lovely email earlier on in the week as well. The Scotch Brooks, that's very nice. The Houghtons are here. The Slovakovskis, you're calling yourself the Les Quizerables. The Beasleys are here. The Fishers are back. Dr. Rosario, nice to have you back on board. Hope your quiz, I didn't check in on Facebook, but I hope your quiz went all right beforehand, if you did do it. The Hickmans are here. The Breretons, the Gardners, the Whites are here. The Passmores are here. God blimey. So we're up to over 60 teams already, and people are still crowding through the doors. The Greens are here. Samantha Coltest, your team with the quiz tees. The Lucy Weatherston, the Weatherstons are ready. Good. Actually, the Weatherstons, big shout out to Megan. Welcome again, another Shiplake star. We're going to say hello to a few of the Shiplake stars this evening because there's a special someone who sits just there off screen. There she is. And she's really missing all of you. So we'll give a few shout outs to you guys. The Matworth Prides are here. The Gillespies are here. The Newman Chimes is here. The Manly Wars are in the house. The Morleys are here. It's like, it's just so cool. I was just reading all these names, scrolling through on the comments, and it's just really like the whole Shiplake community getting together. So it's really nice to see. We've had some really nice feedback as well, saying that for a lot of you, this is the highlight. I can't believe it, but this is the highlight of your week. So we'll be talking more about that as the quiz gets going. The Browns are here. The Gillespies are here from the Shiplake Stars as well. The Farquhars are here. And the Angels, nice to have you on board. So that's Taj and Jay as well. And the Youngs are here. So we've got the Youngs versus the Passmores, I think. Right, and the Malins are back, and the Rappamores. God, you're still coming. We're up to 72 teams. I don't know if I've got the energy to say hello to absolutely everybody, but I'll do my best as the quiz gets going. Okay, but really nice to have you all back. Can't believe it's already been a week since the last quiz. It's just absolutely flown by. Typical, isn't it? I mean, we're on holiday. It's gone. All right, we're now getting ready for the big build up to our start next Monday. But let's forget about that. Let's not worry too much about the start of school on Monday morning. Let's just enjoy our quiz, enjoy a Friday night, all being together, and just take your mind off things whilst you're answering some silly questions. Thanks again for all the new Vikings who are joining us this evening. Thank you for the old Vikings who are joining us. All the teachers are joining us, all the families of current students who are joining us. Yeah, so we just really hope that you all continue to have a nice time. We've got 78 teams up and running at the moment. I'll introduce her properly. This is my lovely producer and wife, Mrs. Settle. Tam to all the netballers.
Hello.
How have you been this week, Tam?
I have been pretty super, it must be said. I like the sunshine, so I'm in a happy place.
And how much are you missing the Shiplake Stars?
I am missing the Shiplake Stars in more ways than you can imagine. I can't wait to play netball again.
Yeah. So we can't wait to get that up and running again. Hopefully not too long, but we'll see. And I'm going to give a couple of special shout outs this evening as well. I really want to say thank you to Hugh and Charlotte for helping with the Young at Heart round this evening. It's not easy coming up with a set of questions good for the younger viewers. So thank you very much for your help with that. I hope you enjoy the round, everybody. Special hello to Marlene and Ian Stewart, all the way up in Edinburgh. This is Nikki Emmett's parents, so you're very welcome. Apparently you've been following us for the last few weeks, so it's really good to have you on board as well. I've said hello to you already, but Tom Craven and your family, nice to have you back as well. Tom's one of my tutees, we were talking earlier, and he's been following this quiz with his family over the last few weeks, so good to have you guys on board. Okay, so we're nearly at 8:05, so it's almost time to get quizzing.
Can I just say, good spot, everybody who spotted Wilson rummaging around in the background. That's very, very observant of you all.
We will dig Wilson out of his nest a little bit later. Right, just a quick reminder of the rules if this is your first time, but there will be 4 rounds, as there always are, and each round there's going to be 11 questions. You've got 10 questions, and then the 11th one, you've got to come up with 10 things that I ask you for, and that just give you a chance to have a bit of a chat, make a list of various things, and we'll try and get to know a bit more about you and what's been going on for you this week as well. So at the end, we'll get a total, and it's all scored out of 80. Remember, don't write your answers in the comments because we don't want people to just, be given the answer. You've got to try and guess it at least. And obviously try not to cheat. So just test yourselves. I think you've been pretty well behaved, most of you. Dr. Rosario, really, we've got our eyes on you very much tonight. There's no way you scored 80 out of 80 last week. So we're definitely watching yours. There won't be any jokers, so you're not doubling the scores on any rounds. And please do let us know how you're getting on through the comments boxes. But obviously keep it clean because it's a family show and we don't want any naughty words. Okay, it's 8:05. We've got nearly 90 teams in the house. So I think we are going to get going. What have we got there? Oh, and we've got the Harrisons are with us as well, including Harpers are here, including Harrison's grandma as well, who's working off of her isolation pad. So people joining us from all over the place and various different means. It's really weird as well when some of you email straight after the quiz, and obviously I don't know what you can see. I don't know how you're interpreting this, but some of you have got me on a big TV above the dining table or on the big TV in the living room.
Can't think of anything more scary.
I mean, it's absolutely bizarre. I'm waiting for phone calls from the BBC. So Mr. Mullins, if you've got any contacts, happy to hear. Right, let's get going. So we're going to start. I'll tell you what the 4 rounds are so you can get a bit excited about what's coming up. We've got a round on general knowledge. We've got a round for the younger members of the audience. And remember, when we get to that, parents, you need to back off and let the kids go first. We've got a round all about flags. I hope I'm saying that right. Flags. We've got a round on flags, and we're going to have a round on sport because a few of you were requesting sport last week, so we'll have a go at that. So here we go. First round is general knowledge, and we're off. Question number 1. Which is the largest of the traditional planets of the solar system? Which is the largest of the traditional planets of the solar system? Question 2. Arctic king, iceberg, and little gem are all types of which vegetable? Arctic king, iceberg, and little gem are all types of which vegetable? Dr. Rosario, and I think that's Dr. Hutt, possibly. No, I think whoever you're talking to there, Dr. Rosario, don't even put fake answers. And in fact, if you think that that's the right answer, Dr. Rosario, you should be teaching science.
He needs to not be a doctor.
How are you a doctor? Blimey. Okay, question number 3. In motoring, what does DVLA stand for? In motoring, what does DVLA stand for? Good to have the Rondales and the Batricks as well with us. I think you guys, tell me if I'm right, Jackie, you're probably calling in from Jersey as well. Question number 4. Which Mexican painter, born in 1907 and known for her surrealist work, was depicted on the big screen by Salma Hayek in 2002? Which Mexican painter, born in 1907 and known for her surrealist work, was depicted on the big screen by Salma Hayek in 2002? Welcome to the Bradshaws as well. Nice to have you on board, Charlie, and all your family. Yes, you are calling from Jersey. So we've got Jersey, Edinburgh. We might have the Bernsteins from South Africa. I'm sure they'll tell us if they're here. So let's just imagine we've gone global. We've gone global.
International.
Question number 5. Born in 1632, which British architect designed London's St Paul's Cathedral following the Great Fire of London? Born in 1632, which British architect designed London's St Paul's Cathedral following the Great Fire of London? And that's the question. I was about to read the answer as well. Oh, Joanne's mum's on speakerphone from Manchester. Good to have you, Mrs. Humphrey. Question number 6. The UK towns of Bootle and Birkenhead sit on which river? The UK towns of Bootle and Birkenhead sit on which river? God, Dr. Rosario, you really are playing with fire there. Question number 7. In the BBC drama Killing Eve, which actress plays the assassin Villanelle? In the BBC drama Killing Eve, which actress plays the assassin Villanelle? Yeah, there you go. Question number 8. Who was recently announced as the host to succeed Sandy Toksvig in the Great British Bake Off? Who was recently announced as the host to succeed Sandy Toksvig in the Great British Bake Off? Question number 9. What animal has breeds including Russian blue, ragdoll, munchkin, and chartreux? What animal has breeds including Russian blue, ragdoll, munchkin, and chartreux? Wilson is obviously proving popular with a few of you. He's just playing with one of his toys there. What would be quite funny is if he tumbles too far this way, there's a bit of a drop. But he'll land on all 4, so it's fun. Question number 10. Which city would I be in if I was dancing in San Telmo? Which city would I be in if I was dancing in San Telmo? And question number 11. This is a gift, okay? Well, we still think that some of you need to work on getting your scores up, so we've given you a real gift of a question here. All you need to do is name for this round. Oh, sorry, for this question. Can you give me the name of 10 US states beginning with the letters M or N? Name 10 US states beginning with the letters M or N. Now, the Carlsons, you should know the rules by now, but I'm going to, maybe I didn't say it clearly enough at the start. You'll get each question twice. I'm not going to keep repeating questions, but number 10 was, which city would I be in if I was dancing in San Telmo? And you did say please, so fair enough. Okay, so whilst you're trying to think of your 10 US states, and some of you are clearly in charge of the keyboards in your teams, we've been told that this week quite a few of you are kind of gearing up for your Friday night quiz, and you're organising takeaways, and you're having a bit of a treat to go with the quiz on a Friday night. So tell us what you're doing. What's on your takeaway menu for tonight? How are you treating yourselves? How are you spoiling yourself whilst also doing this? I mean, you're clearly spoiling yourself by being here and playing the quiz, and it's great to have you all here. But how are you just putting that cherry on the cake? What are you having for dinner? What's your Friday night treat? What was our Friday night treat?
Ours was quite boring. It was a kind of Greeky prawn.
Was that the treat?
No, it wasn't enough to be a treat. We'll have chocolate afterwards.
We'll have some chocolate later. Actually, she's being very modest. Mrs. Settle's Friday night treat is she's got quite a penchant for toffee apple cider. This is why she's not on screen. So, so what are we having? God, I've missed out a few there. So the wine and cashews are out. The fish fingers are out. We've got a barbecue going. Why not? Of course. The Palmer Garrett's homemade pizzas, lovely steak on the barbecue. The Humphreys. You're having about 2,000 calories each at dinner. I think you've had a nice takeaway from a new shop in Henley as well. Fish and chips at the Fishers, barbecue at the Kellett's, sunburn and steak for my sister. Sounds about right. A Mexican for Darren Thomas. Homemade fish and chips. Oh, Mrs. McPhee.
Mrs. McPhee is literally the best person ever.
We love Mrs. McPhee.
Mrs. McPhee.
Actually, I don't think Mrs. McPhee made it. I think she said that Ben made it. So credit where it's due, Mrs. McPhee. Well, let us know. Homemade, where are we up to? Salmon and green beans for Bingo the dog. So it's a special night for the dog. Mongolian vodka. Homemade Nando's. Great takeaway meal from the Three Horseshoes in Henley. Ben Scotchbrook, you're having gruel. You need to have a word with your mother, I think. Mojitos and pork chops, and puis fume from fume. Very nice, Krista. God, it's quite mouth-watering. The Beasleys are playing with their friends, the Holmes Clough family. I hope I'm saying that right. Holmes Clough family. You're all very welcome to. Fish pie slop. Harrison, have you taken control of the Harper family account?
Hold on 1 second. I think we have a winner with fancy dinner alert. Steamed sea bream with homemade chips. Steamed
sea bream with homemade chips. Leo, I hope that you took on board one of the Shiplake activities and that you've made that for your family as well. That sounds absolutely amazing. Right, lots of ideas coming through there, and it's a bit too much because I'm getting more hungry. So we're going to move on to round 2. I hope you've had a chance to get your 10 American states. So round 2, we've called it Young at Heart. Again, thanks very much, Hugh and Charlotte, for helping us out with this one. And remember, younger members of the family, you get to go first. Tom and Kitty, no pressure on you guys, but I don't think your mum and dad are going to help you at all with this round. So the pressure's on you to get the answers. Okay, question number 1. In what TV program would you find the Wattingers? It's Wattingers. In what TV program would you find the Wattingers? I think Tam's just writing the word, are you?
No, I was just applauding the fact that it looks like Tom and Kitty have cooked risotto.
Wow, blimey, that's quite a skill. I know because I've seen you do it. It's very good. Question number 2. What is the grubber in The Giraffe, the Pelly, and Me? What is the grubber in The Giraffe, the Pelly, and Me? And for the adults, if I was to give you a clue, think about what the word might imply. Grubber. I don't like giving clues, but these are quite hard questions for the adults. So if you haven't got any younger family members playing along, just to give you a bit of a hand. Question number 3. What shape is the green button on a PlayStation controller? What shape is the green button on a PlayStation controller? Question number 4. Who or what is Applejack? Who or what is Applejack? Well, Reese, maybe you're just a little bit too old for this if you're lost. So can't help you, I'm afraid. Make something up. Who cares? Question 5. Oh, the reviews are already coming in, Hugh and Charlotte. These are hard questions, but I think it will get easier. Question number 5. What is the name of the two-headed dragon owned by Rough Nut and Tough Nut? What is the name of the two-headed dragon owned by Rough Nut and Tough Nut? Question number 6. Stealth Elf, Master Eon, and Glumshanks are all what type of toy? Stealth Elf, Master Eon, and Glumshanks are all what type of toy? Jack, I can't slow down. You didn't say please. Question number 7. What was the must-have craze in 2017 that helped to occupy idle hands? What was the must-have craze in 2017 that helped to occupy idle hands?
I think this is going to be the round that actually drops everyone's scores. Everyone says they're really, really stuck.
Yeah, but maybe the people who find it hardest will be the most likely to moan about it. So perhaps families who have got younger children are absolutely loving this round. Let us know if you're loving it. Question number 8. In The Little Mermaid. Here we go. This one for loads of you here. In The Little Mermaid, who was Ariel's little fish friend? In The Little Mermaid, who was Ariel's little fish friend? Question 9. You can have a good guess at this one. In the movie Maleficent, Maleficent's magic changes colour. When she is good, her magic is gold. But when she is evil, what colour is her magic? In the movie Maleficent, Maleficent's magic changes colour. When she is good, her magic is gold. But when she is evil, what colour is her magic? And question 10. In the series Alexa and Katie, who is Alexa's brother? In the series Alexa and Katie, who is Alexa's brother? And for question 11, I hope some of you find this a little bit easier. Just think back to all the Christmas specials. I want you to name 10 novels by David Walliams. Can you give me the name of any 10 of the novels by David Walliams? So if you think all those Christmas specials, that should help you out a little bit. And there's quite a few to choose from. Name 10 novels by David Walliams. Okay, and so whilst some of you are thinking about that, and I'm sure some of you out there are going to have loads of these books on your shelf, so give us as many as you've got. Just casting a slight thought ahead to next Monday and getting back into the virtual classroom. What are you most looking forward to about being back at virtual school next week? So if I was to think about, what am I most looking forward to? Sounds a little bit cliche, but I am kind of quite looking forward to seeing some of my students, particularly my year 11s. I know some of you are playing tonight, so I'm probably my favourite class at the moment. Not supposed to have favourite classes, but let's get real. I do like my year 11 class. They're pretty good. So looking forward to seeing those guys next week. But what are you most looking forward to about being back at virtual school? Fish and chips virtual fish and chips on a Friday, Mr. Brown. Chemistry with Dr. Dresario from the Humphreys. Virtual rowing from the Harpers. Yeah, be good to get. Why did you stop? You shouldn't have stopped that over Easter. Virtual rowing's carried on. Your teacher's singing. What lesson is that? Is that music? Oh, from the assemblies. Yeah. Teachers singing, assembly, yeah. Apparently I've set off your Alexas. Sorry. Charlie's looking forward to seeing Mr. Milburn again. The virtual chocolate treat on Wednesday. So some of you don't understand this, but the teachers are well looked after at Shiplake. So we normally have biscuits on a Monday break time. We get chocolate bars on a Wednesday break time. We get cake on a Friday break time. We're stuffed full of nice sweets and treats just to kind of give us some energy through the day. Tutor time with Mr. Curran. The Busiors, you've already been back a week.
This is why you need to hurry up and come to Shiplake.
Mrs. Young, come on, what are you looking forward to most about everyone being back in the virtual school next week? Let us know. I think it is true to say that a lot of us are just looking forward to some sense of normality, getting back into our routine, seeing the kids again, catching up with colleagues. So we're all kind of looking forward to that. Mrs. Green, I'll give the marketing shout out. But yes, we've got a virtual open morning on the 2nd of May. When's that? 2 weeks' time?
I have literally no idea what day of the week it is at the moment.
So I think
Don't ask me when
it
the
2 weeks'
2nd of
time?
May is.
Completely lost track of time. So yeah, obviously we're very much looking forward to that. Yeah, Mr. Brown, no one's really looking forward to history, funny enough.
Mr. Brown, I would be looking forward to history.
Where's Wilson gone? As if on cue there, Angie. Okay, let's move on to the next round. So hopefully you find some of the adults out there find this a little bit easier. We're going to be talking about flags. So round 3 is all about flags. Question number 1. Which country's national flag is the only one not to contain red, white, or blue? Which country's national flag is the only one not to contain red, white, or blue? Let's go. So Wilson's kind of worked out how to get around the shelves today, so we're never quite sure where he is. Question number 2, and I want positive comments coming up for this one because some of you will love this question. Which country's flag displays a bright red mythical fire-breathing beast? Go on, Reese. Let me see it. Let me see it. Just say thank you. Just say thank you. Let me see it. Which country's flag displays a bright red mythical fire-breathing beast? Question number 3. What is the name of Scotland's flag? It's got 2 possible answers, this one. I'll give you either one. But what is the name of Scotland's flag? I didn't need to even give a clue, did I, Alistair? I hope, anyway. Question number 4. Which country's flag was designed to represent the blue sky over fields of yellow wheat? Which country's flag... Shall I do the...
Do the movement.
Which country's flag was designed to represent the blue sky over the yellow fields of wheat?
Beautiful.
Was it good?
That was excellent.
Okay, I'm going to call up from strictly blue. Yeah. No, maybe not.
Well, you're just going to.
It's the shoulder. I couldn't do it with the shoulder.
You're just going to have to mime flags.
Question number 5. How many stars are on the flag of the United States of America? How many stars are on the flag of the United States of America? Question 6. Which country's national flag is inscribed with the motto Ordem e Progresso? Which country's national flag is inscribed with the motto Ordem e Progresso? Ribena, Mr. Brown. Number 7. In which part of the world would you find St. Piran's flag? We had to include this one because quite a few of you would have come from St. Piran's. Basically, Sydney, Austin, you should absolutely know this one. In which part of the world would you find St. Piran's flag? Question number 8. Oh, we've got Mr. Walter with us. Look, we've done a sport round because of you. So I'm glad you're here, actually. I think it's the first time I've seen your name pop up. Welcome, Mr. Walter. I hope you do well with the sport. Question number 8. Which country has the only non-rectangular national flag? Which country has the only non-rectangular national flag? Leo, ask your parents. They should help. It's fine. Number 9. Which 2 European countries' flags are made up of red, yellow, and black stripes? So a bit like the Shiplake colours. Which 2 European countries' flags are made up of red, yellow, and black stripes? Wilson is desperate to get on the camera. We might have him up in a minute. And question 10. Which African flag famously features an AK-47? Which African flag famously features an AK-47? And question 11. What I want you to do is I want you to name any 10 European countries, and they have to be members of the EU, whose flag is made up solely of 3 vertical stripes or 3 horizontal stripes of different colours. So any 10 European countries whose flags are made up of 3 vertical stripes or 3 horizontal stripes of different colours. Not the flags with emblems over the top of them. They've just got to have 3 stripes vertically or 3 stripes horizontally, each of different colours.
Oh, you can tell you do maths.
Yeah, and I have to explain it many times over. So it's 3 vertical or 3 horizontal of different colours. And whilst you're hopefully getting on with that, so we're coming to the end of the Easter holiday, and we haven't had the normal routine of lessons and things. This is your chance now. We're going to do some special shout outs. Anyone, if you're in charge of the keyboard, just be generous with this. Who has made your lockdown over Easter more bearable? Let's sort of give them a thanks and give them a special shout out. Who has made your life that much more bearable over lockdown? I'm very lucky because I've got Mrs. Settle here, and she's made my life very bearable. She's done excellent work foraging and generally being just lovely, as you always are. So absolutely, my wife has been brilliant in terms of trying to make lockdown more bearable. Who's helped you out? Give some of these a shout out whilst you're trying to remember your 10 flags. Harry Carson, your mum, Miss Passmore, your lovely family, your dog Bailey from the Houghtons, Ziggy, your Springador puppy. Well, we're going to have to bring him up in a minute. Few dogs. Dog Bella, the son has certainly helped out, Reese. Totally agree. Me and my quiz. Oh, that's my sister. Laura Passmore has been helping out, Mrs. Passmore. Jess says her lovely boys and 3 amigos. More basically, if you've got a dog, thank God for dogs. Everyone's sort of saying they're dogs. Eddie, you've loved your Ergo, and Richard Wang as well, who's unfortunately still stuck over here from China. Well, unfortunately for you, fortunately for us, however you look at it. Mrs. Brown, Ollie Brown, the dog, Ernie, your rugby ball Patrick, your brothers Tom, Sophie has been making gluten-free brownies, banana muffins, and Bakewell tarts. More shout-outs for your dogs. Estelle Thomas from Darren Thomas, Amelia Baker, Millie, my duty, and your netballer. Nice to have you on board. Your dad has been helping you out loads. Tom from Mrs. Passmore. Mrs. Passmore, you know, I meant shout out one, not every individual. Your 5 cats, Tom. Blimey, 5 cats. Reese says not his parents.
Reese.
Wow.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
That is mean. That is so mean. Lots of shout outs for doggos out there. And some kittens. Where is he? Come on. Right, this is all we're going to get, because he's about to. We're just peeling him off of Tam's sock at the moment, and then we'll say a quick hello, and then we'll get onto the sport round. He's getting quite weighty since last week. There's the boy. There he is. Who's that? What's going on there? There he is. So we're expecting him to be quite a big lad. He's half Maine Coon, half Bengal. You know, you can think last week he was a one-hander. Now look at that. He's a two-hander there. Right, you get back in your nest. There you go, good boy. Right, okay. So we're going on to round 4. Thank you for all those shout-outs. You know, I'm sure people do appreciate those, and I'm sure your dogs would as well if they understood what I was saying. Give them a biscuit. Do you have a biscuit? Does the doggo want a biscuit? Have a biscuit. Right, sport round. Mr. Walter.
Before you get into sport round, we have to do a shout out for Mr. Walter and the Shiplake Strava Club again tomorrow. I am going for a half marathon tomorrow because I am a sucker for a badge, and Mr. Walter has said unless we get our kilometres or our marathons in tomorrow, we can't have the badge for April.
It's really cool this. I don't know how you've done it, but if you join in with the Shiplake Strava tomorrow, you can get badges on, I presume, on Strava. All the instructions are on the website, I think, so we can see who's been doing what with that. So good luck if you're involved in that tomorrow. So sport round. Question number 1. The Marquis of Queensberry formalised rules for which sport? The Marquis of Queensberry formalised rules for which sport? Question number 2. When playing cards, who is the only king to be shown with one eye? When you're playing cards, who is the only king to be shown with one eye? So even if you don't know, you've got a 1 in 4 chance of getting that one right, obviously. Question number 3. Which Tour de France winner recently completed a 3-day cycle ride in his garage to raise money for the NHS? Which Tour de France winner recently completed a 3-day cycle ride in his garage to raise money for the NHS? Leo, tonight it is. Question number 4. What is the nickname for the England netball team? What is the nickname for the England netball team? You can just guess who wrote that question. Question 5. In which city is the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome? In which city is the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome? Mr. Walter says, good luck for tomorrow, Tam. Number 6. Who is older, Jurgen Klopp or Jose Mourinho? Who is older, Jurgen Klopp or Jose Mourinho? Question number 7. So this Sunday, it should have been the London Marathon. Who was the winner of the men's race in the London Marathon last year? So who was the winner of the men's race in the London Marathon last year? Maud, I've got to be very sparing with the rowing questions. Mr. Brown gets really angsty if I ask too many rowing questions. Yeah, we'll save those up for another time. Question number 8. In which sport would you see a triple axel, a double toe loop, and a triple flip? In which sport would you see a triple axel, a double toe loop, and a triple flip? Question number 9. Where would I be if I could see Beecher's Brook, the Chair, and the Canal Turn? Where would I be if I could see Beecher's Brook, the Chair, and the Canal Turn? Now, Mrs. Blomfeld, you know I don't like to do this, but you are a governor, so I better had. Who is older? In question number 6, it was who is older, Jurgen Klopp or Jose Mourinho? Question 10. Which sport would you be watching if spectators were encouraged to participate with treading in? Which sport would you be watching if spectators were encouraged to participate with treading in? And question 11, very straightforward on this. What are the 10 events in a decathlon? What are the 10 events in a decathlon? My attention is being pulled over this way because the cat's just curled up in Tam's arms. It's been very, very cute. You can't really see it, so and it'd be unfair to wake him up, but it's very sweet. So whilst you're trying to remember your 10 events for the decathlon, so what's going on this weekend? So it's your last weekend of freedom before virtual school starts on Monday. So if you've got any interesting plans for the weekend, do let us know. Remember, if you can tell us what you've got planned. If it's anything that interesting, you might just be inspiring up to 93 other teams or families to get involved in the same thing. So if you've got something interesting planned for the weekend, let us know whilst you're thinking of your 10 events in a decathlon. What are we doing this weekend? Oh, well, you're doing your half marathon tomorrow. I'm going to try and get out on the bike, so we'll make the most of the last of the good weather before we go back to school next week. Not much else we can do, really.
Can we eat quite a lot?
Yeah, we might have to raid the chocolate store quite a bit, I suppose. Bit of extra training from the Humphreys household. God, your house is going to be like a sweatbox. You've got 3 boys all kind of doing ergos and biking and stuff. Make sure you get the doors open, that's for sure. And big shout out to Gordo as well. So hopefully he's getting on all right. Some essential asparagus picking. Is it the season?
Yes.
Yeah, it must be, I suppose. Yeah. Get the asparagus in. If you feel that there needs to be a parcel of fresh asparagus left at the Shiplake reception, that, you know, maybe addressed to Mr. and Mrs. Settle, that'd be lovely. Sister, you're going off for a huge walk. Good.
Big bike ride from the Howard Jones family.
Howard
25
yeah.
kilometres. Brilliant.
So is that Nuala and Isla? Yeah. So your big bike ride tomorrow or over the weekend. Jack, you want a shout out to Barnacle, your golden retriever. I hope he's listening.
I'm feeling we need like a pet round. There seems to be a lot of pets getting in on the quiz.
It's true, yeah. Anyone got anything else for the weekend? So bike rides, we've got walks, we've got vegetable picking. Mr. Waters says if you do your 25 kilometres on the Shiplake Strava, that is definitely worth a badge.
I think I need to just reassure Angie. Angie's Storm is just outside the door. Her and Wilson are still getting to know each other, so she's just outside for a moment. Yeah,
Storm still thinks Wilson's called lunch. She nearly took his head off this week because basically Wilson is about the same size as Storm's tongue, so they're slowly getting to grips with each other. We've got some other ideas. So we've got barbecues this weekend, some homework this weekend. Try and enjoy the weekend. But why haven't you done your homework already? You've had 3 weeks to do it. What are you playing at? Family run in the morning, 5K for the NHS from the Bakers. That'd be lovely. Reese Ash, well, I suppose you can say this now. You're off. Can I vote that HMP isn't allowed to make any more rounds? Duly noted. It's the Houghton's sister's 18th birthday, so I hope you have a great birthday. Painting part of the house from the Browns. Long bike ride. Tom, you're having a slip and slide with the lads. Sounds interesting. A 5.2 kilometre kayak over the weekend for the 2.6 challenge. That's from James Lucking in Year 8. Lots of zooming. Yes, Storm is having a few rejection issues, actually. We won't go into details, but we need to get her into some therapy. And okay, so I'm going to start going through the answers in a moment, but just to say before I do, again, thank you so much, all of you, for joining in. That's a really good one from the Howard Joneses. Camping in the garden was the perfect weekend for it. Thanks again for everyone joining in. And again, I hope you've had a lovely time in the Viking Arms. And as always, if you have enjoyed it, do give us some feedback. And we'll obviously hope to see you again next week. You've got you're playing against over 90 teams, which is absolutely phenomenal still. And we really appreciate you taking part. So I hope you're enjoying it. And now it's time for the answers. So I'll go fairly swiftly because I know we all want to get cups of tea made and be ready for Gogglebox in a couple of minutes. So in round 1, what is the largest of the traditional planets of the solar system? That is Jupiter. Arctic King, Iceberg, and Little Gem are all types of lettuce. DVLA stands for Driver Vehicle Licensing Authority. The Mexican painter born in 1907 was Frida Kahlo. The architect born in 1632 was Sir Christopher Wren. In question 6, Bootle and Birkenhead both sit on the Mersey. The actress who plays Villanelle in Killing Eve was is Jodie Comer. The host of the Great British Bake Off, who will be succeeding Sandy Toksvig, is Matt Lucas. In question 9, Russian Blue, Ragdoll, Munchkin and Chartreux are all types of cat. And which city would I be in if I was dancing in San Telmo? Buenos Aires. For the 10 states beginning with M or N, I'll go through these kind of slowly. So there's quite a few of them. So you can have Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, and North Dakota. Okay, maximum, you might have had loads of them, but you can have maximum of 10 points. Okay, any 10 of those. In the now notoriously difficult Young at Heart, but again, some of you have said that actually you found it all right. So this really was just aimed at the kids. And again, thank you, Hugh and Sharp, for putting the time into putting these questions together. In what TV program would you find the Wattingers? That is The Night Garden. Question 2, what is a grubber? It is the sweet shop. Question 3, the green button on a PlayStation controller is a triangle. Question 4, who or what is Applejack? It's a My Little Pony. Question 5, what is the name of the two-headed dragon owned by Rough Nut and Tough Nut? It was Barf and Belch. I'm feeling generous. Even if you put one of those down, have a point. Why not? Let's go crazy. It's the weekend. Number 6, Stealth Elf, Master Eon and Glumshanks are all types of what type of toy? It's a Skylander. In 2017, the must-have gadget to occupy idle hands was a fidget spinner. Fidget spinner. Question 8. The little fish friend in the Little Mermaid was Flounder. In the movie Maleficent, when she's being nasty and evil, the colour of her magic is green. The answer is green. And in the series Alexa and Katie, who is Alexa? Sorry. Who is Alexa's brother? It's Lucas. Now, you needed to name 10 novels by David Walliams. So the answers you could have had are The Boy in the Dress, Mr. Stink, Billionaire Boy, Gangster Granny, Rat Burger, Demon Dentist, Awful Auntie, Grandpa's Great Escape, The Midnight Gang, Blob, Bad Dad, The Ice Monster, Thing, The Beast of Buckingham Palace, and Slime. Okay, moving on to round. Again, there's more than 10 there, 10 maximum for your answer, for your score. For the flags round, the only country whose flag doesn't contain red, white, or blue is Jamaica. Which country's flag has the red mythical fire-breathing beast? Is Wales. The name of Scotland's flag is the Saltire. I'll accept the Cross of St Andrew as well. So either of those two. The country's flag, which has got the blue sky over the yellow fields of yellow wheat.
Do the movement.
The blue sky over the yellow field of wheat is Ukraine. On number 5, the number of stars on the flag of the USA is 50. For question number 6, the flag with the motto Ordem e Progresso is Brazil. Question number 7, St. Piran's flag is Cornwall. Question 8, the country with the only non-rectangular national flag is Nepal. The 2 European countries whose flags are made up of red, yellow and black stripes, and you need both answers to get a point, is Belgium and Germany. And number 10, the African flag, which features an AK-47, is Mozambique. And for question 11 there, 10 flags whose flags are just made up of 3 vertical stripes or 3 horizontal stripes, and they've all got to be different colours. So you could have Belgium, Bulgaria, Hungary, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Romania, France, and Estonia. So there are any 10 of those. And then finally, onto the sport round. The Marquis of Queensberry formalised the rules for boxing. For question 2, when you're playing cards, the only king shown with one eye is the King of Diamonds. Question 3, the Tour de France winner who recently completed a 3-day cycle in his garage was Geraint Thomas. Question number 4, the England netball team are known as the Roses. In which city? So question 5, where is the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome? That's in Glasgow. Who is older, Jurgen Klopp or Jose Mourinho? It's actually Jose Mourinho. He's 57 versus Jurgen Klopp's 52. The winner of the London Marathon last year was Eliud Kipchoge. If you're seeing a triple axel, a double toe loop and a triple flip, that is figure skating. Where would you be if you could see Beecher Brook, the Chair, and the Canal the Canal Turn is the Aintree Racecourse. I'll accept if you've put the Grand National, crack on, it's fine, but it's the Aintree Racecourse. Question 10, which sport would you be watching if spectators were encouraged to participate with treading in? That is polo. And the 10 events in a decathlon, I'm sure there's going to be some here where you just go, oh, of course it is. So you could have 100 meters, the long jump, shot put, high jump, 400 meters, 110 meters, hurdles, discus, pole vault, javelin, and the 1500 meters. So you'll all be frantically adding up your scores, and I hope that loads of you can put your scores in the comments box. And whilst we're waiting for those scores just to come through, it's my time to start calling last orders in the Viking Arms again for this week. And all that's really left for me to say before I call these out is obviously, please stay safe over the next week. Look after yourselves. Keep trying to be nice to each other in this lockdown. I know it's hard work for everybody. We want to see as many of you back next week as possible. Can I just give a special shout out to a lot of the Shiplake staff as well, who have been really busy over the last week making up the masks for the NHS, and also raising funds for Thomas Franks, and to provide meals and to supply more materials for those masks. We've got some scores coming in. The Passmores are on 66. The Slovakovskis on 62. The Palmer Garrett's on 53. The Fitting Leadership on 62. Esther Bayes 54. The Rapplemores 55. The Briggs on 52. Drosario 37. That sounds more like it. 57 for the Malins. 71 for the Blomfelds. It's going too fast. 65 for the Gardeners. 41 Bradshaws. 65 Cravens, 61 Huts, 54 for the Browns. The O'Hares 71, McPhee's 51. Gosh, it's scrolling too quickly for me to keep up with it. The Houghtons 68, the Bakers 44, 72 for the Manly Wars, 63. Missed that one. 74 is a winner for the Kellets. Sue Kellett 74. Well, I think it's a winner from what I've seen so far. 50 for the Ashes, 42 for the Bananas, 57 for the Coleses, 55 for the Whites, 60 for the Birches, 62 for the Rondells and the Battricks, 72 for the Manly Wars, 53 for the Colsons. They're still coming through. I think 74 is certainly the winning score. You know, given the amount of moaning about that Young at Heart round, these scores aren't that bad. They're not far off what you were all getting last week. So very well done for that. And 51's for the Hickmans, and yeah, so we've got a few coming through there. All right, so again, that's it. That's another week of the Viking Arms all done. Do enjoy the Shiplake Strava run or cycle tomorrow. Go and earn your badges. And as I say, I really hope you have a fantastic weekend. And we do obviously look forward to seeing a lot of the students back on Monday morning, fresh and ready for lessons. We'll be back next Friday, and we look forward to seeing you all then. So until then, and this one's for you, Angie. Get out of my pub. Get out. Go home. Come on. We've got homes to go to. Out you get.